A very good morning to our Human Resource Management lecturer, Puan Wan Yasima binti Muhammad Amin. Before I start, let me introduce my group members first. I am Nitya, daughter of Kanabadi, matrix number F1044, Inche Izwan Helmi bin Muhammad Mokhtar F1043, Sri Bhavani Murthy F1041, and Jevarani Anandan F1032. Today we are going to present about a general strike that happened at India. We choose this topic because so far Malaysia doesn't record any general strike. We already got our permission from our lecturer to do about this topic. What is general strike? A general strike is a strike action or in which a substantial proportion of the total labor force in a city, region or country participates. General strikes are characterized by the participation of workers in a multitude of workplaces and tend to involve entire communities. General strikes first occurred in the mid-19th century and have characterized many historical important strikes. Next, we will see a short video from the YouTube.
Now, cutting across to West Bengal, the trade union strike partially affected normal life in Bengal. Band there, the supporters there, mostly activists of CPM-affiliated outfits, took out rallies in and around Kolkata, disrupting vehicular movement and asking shopkeepers to pull down their shutters. 10 unions have come together to call for the strike across of India. The strike across India and most parts of Bengal there is in protest against the centre's policies such as privatization of public sector units and new labour and farm laws. Train services were affected. In Kolkata, as agitators there put logs on railway tracks. Ruling TMC has said that it is against the anti-poor policies of the BJP but doesn't support the strike. The left, in a disarray in West Bengal after successive poll losses, is now trying to reorganize itself ahead of the next year's assembly polls.
Across the country. Assalamualaikum and greeting. I am Izwan Helmi. Thanks to Group Leader 5 Nitya for the introduction just now. We have also been shown the news from India today, which covered the general strike that occurred in India, which took place on November 26, 2020. Before we go deeper, let me share a few facts about Republic of India and what happened there. India is located in Southern Asia and it is the second highest population in the world after China. In 2018, the total population of India recorded was 1.35 billion people, and the Republic of India consists of 28 states and 8 union territories under the rule of the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. During the general strike, more than 250 million local workers from various sectors such as farmer, private sector worker, bank worker, traders and general laborer participated in the general strike. This number consists of 20% of the country's total population. This has caused all state, district and area throughout the Republic of India, including the capital of India, New Delhi, to be paralyzed due to the general strike that took place during the 2 days. The strike was also described by Jacobin, a social, political, economic and culture magazine from United States, as the largest general strike involving trade unions in the world so far. The general strike took place due to change in the Worker Act, agricultural law and policy on worker by the Indian government led by Narendra Modi. More than 10 trade unions together organized the general strike with the slogan "Save the People and Save the Nation." To get to know the union involved, this presentation will be continued by my teammate Ms. Jevarani. Thank you.
Good morning to Puan Yasima. I am Jevarani Anandan. Now I am going to explain about introduction of union. First one, Indian Nation Trade Union Congress is to establish in order of society which is free from hindrance. Indian National Trade Union Congress is the trade union wings of the Indian National Congress. It was founded on 3rd May 1947 and it is affiliated with the International Trade Union Confederation. According to professional statistics from the Ministry of Labour, INTUC had a membership of 33.3 million in 2013, making it the largest trade union in India. The second one is All India Trade Union Congress. Is emergence of class of casual general labour during British Raj in India. The All India Trade Union Congress (AITUC) is the oldest trade union federation in India. It is associated with the Communist Party of India. According to professional statistics from the Ministry of Labour, AITUC had a membership of 14.2 million in 2013. It was founded on 31st October 1920 with Lala Lajpat Raj as its first president. The third union is Hind Mazdoor Sabha, was formed by the socialists leaving the increasingly communist dominant AITUC. Hind Mazdoor Sabha is the third largest trade union federation in India after All India Trade Union Congress and the Indian National Trade Union Congress. The HMS was founded and formed by the socialists in 1948 but has little real connection with the Socialist Party. It is one of the least political and most pragmatic trade union federation in India. The HMS is affiliated with the International Confederation of Free Trade Unions. Center of Indian Trade Unions is affiliated to the World Federation of Trade Unions. The Center of Union Trade Unions, CITU, is a national level trade union in India and its trade owning wing is a spearhead of the Indian trade union movement. The Center of India Trade Union is today one of the biggest assembly of workers and classes of India. It has strong presence in the Indian state of Tripura besides a good presence in West Bengal, Kerala and Kanpur. They have an average presence in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. And then All India United Trade Union Centre is functioning in both formal and informal sectors. The All India United Trade Union Centre, formerly known as United Centre Union Centre, is a central trade union organization in India and the labour wing of the Socialist Unity Centre of India. Presently, its activities are separate over national status. The organization claims to have 600 facilitated unions comparing an individual membership of over 2 million. It is the 6th largest trade union in India. According to professional statistics from the Ministry of Labour, UTULS had a membership of 136,835 in 2012. Trade Union Coordination Centre is a central trade union federation in India. TUCC is politically attached to All India Forward Bloc. TUCC was founded in 1917. Prashanta Das Gupta was the founding General Secretary of TUCC. TUCC is mainly based in the state of West Bengal. Self-Employed Women's Association is based of employed women workers from the informal sector. Self-Employed Women's Association, meaning service in several Indian languages, is a trade union based in Ahmedabad, India that promotes the rights of low income, independently employed female workers with over 1.6 million participating women. SEWA is the largest organization of informal workers in the world. Self-employed women are defined as those who do not receive a salary like that of formally employed worker and therefore have a more precarious income and life. SEWA is framed around the goal of full employment in which a woman secures for a family income, food, health care, child care, and settle. The principle behind accomplishing the girls' struggle and development, meaning equality with stakeholder and providing service respectively. Next, All India Central Council of Trade Unions is a central trade union federation in India. It is politically attached to Communist Party of India, Marxist to Leninist liberation. According to provisional statistic from the Ministry Labour, AICCTU had a membership of 639,962 in 2002. Next, Labour Progressive Federation represent NLC workers of India. Labour Progressive Federation, trade union federation in the South India state of Tamil Nadu. The LPF is politically attached to Dravidara Munnetra Kalagam. According to provisional statistics from the Ministry of Labour, LPF had a membership of 611,506 in 2002. All India President of LPF, Shri Perar Nataraja. And lastly, United Trade Union Congress is politically tied to Revolutionary Socialist Party. Union Trade Union Congress is a central trade union organization in India. UTUC is politically tied to Revolutionary Socialist Party. Ababi Roy is the General Secretary of UTUC. According to professional statistics from the Ministry of Labour, UTUC had a membership of 383,946 in 2002. UTUC was founded at All India Labour Conference in Kolkata. First made for 1949, the founding president was Professor K. T. Shah, a member of Constituent Assembly from Mumbai. And the founding general secretary was Mrinal Kanti Bose, a former AITUC president of Bengal. Next slide, detail of involvement. The 2020 Indian General Strike was a mass general strike that was held across India on 36 November 2020. The strike was organized by 10 trade unions across the country and was supported by the INTUC, AITUC, HMS, CITU, AIUTUC, TUCC, SEWA, AICCTU, LPF and UTUC. Trade unions claimed 250 million people took part in the strike, which Jacobin says would make it actually the largest in history. The strike was followed by a farmers' march to New Delhi, which arrived there on 30 November with 10,000 of farmers. Surrounding Delhi increasing to hundreds of thousands by December. Thank you.
Good morning, madam. My name is Sri Bhavani, daughter of Murthy. Now I am going to talk about details of the process involved. The first process is announce a 2 days countrywide general strike. The second is decided to hold joint preparatory public meetings. Next is decided to go for a 2-day strike during the next budget section. The next is decided to organize state conventions, human change, signature campaign and many more. Repeal of farm laws and marginal reduction in central taxes on petrol and diesel in the face of determined long-drawn united struggles is the next process. And the last is historic victory by forcing the arrogant government to repeal the consensus law. The next slide is about settlement. The workers' union presented a list of 7 demands. The first is direct cash transfer of $100 per month to all families who earn less than the income tax they hold. The second is 10 kilo 221B free grain ration per person every month to all in need. The third is expansion of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act to provide employment. Besides that, withdrawal of all anti-worker labor code changes and liberalizing agriculture. Stop privatization of public sector corporation, including those in financial sector, is fifth. The next is withdraw the circular of forced premature retirement of government and public sector employees. And the last is provide a pension to all, restore earlier pension scheme and improve EPS 95. Thank you.
In overall, this general strike is the biggest strike that ever happens in history. It happens on 26 November 2020 and it ended on 9 December 2021. The strike happens for more than a year. The strike ends after the farmers' union call off their year-long agitation after the farmers accept the new proposal addressing their demands. Now, I am going to let you know a short summary on what happens during this general strike. First of all, over 250 million of workers have joined the protesting farmers' biggest nationwide strike on 26 November 2020. Tens of thousands of farmers marched on Delhi against the anti-farmer. All India Motor Transport Congress set to strike, and later on, Sikh human rights group brief on farmers' protests. After that, Supreme Court stays implementation of agriculture laws to consult the farmers. Later on, teachers also joined the protests. Women's workers plays integral part in farmers' protests. Finally, the farmer union called off the strike on 9 December 2021 after they accept the new proposal. The effect that India faced during these general strikes are, first of all, India have faced loss in selling their production of the crops. Besides that, many shops are also closed during the strikes and this affect India in the form of financial.